and have a good time. So of course, as always, if there's anything you're like, I don't want to do that today, then don't do it. It's always good to drink a big glass of water right when you wake up. At least I think it is, but maybe after you do this too. You don't want to get too much of that like side cramps or anything. So this is morning moves and meditation. Starts with about 20 to 25 minutes of movement and then 5 to 10 minutes of meditation. So not a long meditation, but still nice to get down. And instead of Shavasana, we do a seated meditation so that we can feel uplifted for our day and not go back to sleep, because it can be very tempting, especially at home if you're in your bedroom, to go, oh, Shavasana, I'm just going to head right back into bed. Can't say I haven't done it. And anyway, so we are going to start standing as we do. And these movements, first, this is a warm-up that goes from head to toes. And so we start with some deep breath. We go up to down. And so if you ever want to do this on your own as a break for the day or in the morning sometime, it's easy to remember, okay, what did Ashley say? Oh, head to toe stretches. Got it? So we start with this wide stance. I don't want to make you too dizzy at all, so we'll start breathing and moving right away. So you bend the knees, you get like grounded, right? Hands next to your thighs. Take a deep breath in, lifting the hands to shoulders. Deeper breath, a little more. Exhale, hands float down. We do that a few more times. Inhale. Lifting. Slowly exhale, pressing back down. Now let's feel those feet, all 5 toes connected to the ground. You don't need a yoga mat, but if you have one, awesome. This is our last breath in, at least for this movement, and out. Let's keep the hands just next to your sides, wherever they are. Take your chin down to the chest. And then take it up. Look up. Chin down to chest. And rock your head side to side. So we're making half circles through the neck, making sure those shoulders are drawn down the back of the body. And then take your head back up to the center. Look over your right shoulder. And then look over your left shoulder. And back to the center. Shoulders. That was our neck. That was our head. Shoulder time. We're going to take our hands, make fists. Let's do one arm at a time now. So take your right arm, make a fist, and go up and around in a big circle, flat to your body. And we'll do 5 of them. So we can count or just use duration of time or just guesstimate how many we do, but we just did 5. Do the other arm up and around, in and around. And then back to the opposite arm, out and around. You still should have a strong stance in the legs. All right, and other arm out and around. Take both arms up and around. And you can go faster with it, maybe. Or switch. And now we're awake. Give it a little wiggle. All right, take your hands, elbows to 90 degrees, elbows pressed back. Take a deep breath in. You can even straighten the legs here as you press one hand down, other hand over, get side stretch, big one. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, side bend. Feel the obliques stretching out, the rib cage opening up. Inhale, lift. We'll keep going side to side, side bend. Feel that down your waist. Do 2 more. Inhale. It's a Qigong move, which means there's a lot of effort pressing as you exhale, energetic, and then a soft inhale to rise and to reset. One more time. Gotta reach both hands up and bring them down. We're still in that horse stance, so let's bend the knees again. Hands on the waist, getting into our twists. So hands just off the waist and bring the elbow and the shoulder forward and back. And again, we might start slow and then get into that speedy twist if you'd like to, feeling a little bit more massage through the organs. Or try for the full range of motion. So a little bit more shoulder twist, waist twist. Try to get your whole torso to face left and right. And we're going to move on. All right. Now from the twist, a little wiggle, a little shake. Bring the feet together. Feet together. Good. So this next one is our kicks, or high kicks, but we don't have to go too high yet. So we can step the right foot back and just bring the knee up. Step it back for balance, just steady, and then knee up. Knee up. So you're working the hip flexor and quad strength, soon hamstrings. We also got balance and core. So your core is activating. Exhale as you lift the knee. The form doesn't have to be pretty. It's okay if we're, wah. I mean, it's early. All right. And if you'd like to, you can go straighten the leg. It doesn't have to be high. If you look up, your action will tend to follow where your gaze is, creating that focal point up high. And it's just a feel. Let's bring that one down and switch sides. Start with that knee. Lift the knee. And then if you want to kick it, you can kick it. Oh, Catherine's joining us for the kicks. Welcome in. And we'll bring it down. All right. Ooh, little toe wiggle. So one more with the legs, and then we're going to move on to our sun salutations or some of our other yoga poses. We're going to take our leg. I'm going to move, well, doesn't matter which side you are. You can stand wherever you are. Turn to the side just a little bit. Bring the front leg, toes up, knee comes around. It's hard to see with my black pants on. But we're doing a crescent knee. So this circle of the hip, internal to external. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a challenge, just a little bit. We've been here for almost 2 weeks now together. Well, some of us. So we're going to try to do 3 crescent knees without touching the ground. So you're going to lift the foot, bring the knee around, don't touch the ground, around, and then set it down. Good, nice job. If you fell, you fell. No big deal. If not, keep trying. All right, so let's do the other side. So first starting with the knees, just with the toe tap on the back. You can always hold on to walls or a wall or something next to you to get more of the range of motion. It's good to work on balance though too. So notice that wobble, notice the falling. Okay, let's try 3 without touching. Full range of motion. 3, 2, and 1. Hello, legs. Okay. That was our head to toe. So oftentimes, if you only had 5 to 10 minutes, you could finish with that, come down and do a 1-minute meditation, and you're good. And that would be your morning moves. But today, because we have 30 minutes, I add some sun salutations to it. You could also, just to let you know, skip this first part, which was the head to toe movement, do a few sun salutations, and that could be your morning movement. But today we have 30 minutes, so we combine both. So let's sun salutation it. And I'm going to come back to the Tibetan sun salutation that we did a few days ago. It's a little bit more heart opening and energizing, right? Palms forward. So we got to be open today. Inhale, reach up. I'll tell you why afterwards for a daily challenge. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Plant your hands down, step back to downward facing dog. Ooh, that first down dog though. So let's pedal the feet a couple times. Good. From down dog. Now be very mindful here. You can always take the knees down or skip a pose or skip a movement. Going to come forward into up dog, floating on the toes. So looking forward, bend the elbows, slide forward or no bend in the elbows as you lift the heart forward. Floating up dog, still in the backs of the toes. Press into the hands, lift the core, the abs, and try to get the hip bones up first. Downward facing dog. So we just go back and forth from up dog to down dog, floating up dog. Forward, you might bend the elbows, you might not. Exhale to downward facing dog. Do that 3 more times. Inhale, sliding forward. Exhale, if you're so inclined to do a push-up beforehand, go ahead. And good, last one. From down dog, instead of coming forward, you go to the side. Big circles, so you can widen the feet a little bit. Circles around with the hips. So you've got some weight into the hands. You're working your core strength, other kinds of strength, mental strength. All right, switch directions. All right, and then come back to down dog. Walk the feet forward just a little. Take the knees down. Cross the ankles and sit back. 3 times. We've got boat to reverse plank. So let's first get into boat pose. Get off those wrists. We might even shake out those wrists a little bit. Boat pose, lift the knees, lift the legs, or toes can stay on the ground. We're going to lift up the heart. Draw the shoulders back. Just a quick boat pose. 3, 2, and 1. Feet separate about hip distance. Hands behind you. Palms down, lift up. Lift the hips, squeeze through the shoulder blades behind and the back. And lower back down. Boat pose again, lift up. Now this next one I give you a choice if you want to do reverse plank or reverse tabletop again. So you can choose. You can try it, see what works, and then come back to whatever worked the first time. So coming down, you can either bend the knees and separate or straight legs in front of you, hands behind your back, point the toes, and lift the hips. I can tell you this pose is often not a favorite of people's, but it's good for you. Good to do the things we don't really like doing, but we know make us stronger. Like waking up at 5:30 a.m. All right, bring it back down. Boat pose. 1 more. 3, 2, and 1. Feet down, either reverse plank or that tabletop once again. And lower back down. Good. Cross the ankles. Take it forward to your hands and knees, and then lower onto your belly. Take your hands forward, or just forward, maybe up onto the elbows. Here's what we're going to do. Take the feet together. Lift the legs. Hope you can see me. Lift the elbows. Lift the arms, so we're lifted in the chest. Pull the elbows back. Inhale. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, pull the elbows back. Like we're swimming, reach forward. Exhale, pull back. And forward. One more time. And release it. Take your chin or something, or your forehead, or your cheek onto your hands or your mat. All right, we're not falling asleep there. Take your hands forward, feet together again. Right hand, left leg lifts up, and then lower it down. So we're going to do a little opposite and back stretching and strengthening. Left hand, right leg lifts up and lower. Full inhale to lift that right arm, left leg. Exhale down. Inhale, left arm, right leg, and down. At the same time, can you press into the opposite hand and opposite foot downward? Not just leave it hanging, but pressing. And one more. Press right hand, left foot down, lift left hand, right foot, and lower. Take a little break. Really getting into that back, which I think is a good thing. So we're going to keep strengthening. And bend both knees, right? Bend both knees, reach back. You may or may not find the ankles. If not finding the ankles, stay right here. We can lift, no problem. If you find those ankles, maybe a little bow pose for this morning, toes together. Lift, press into the hands, feet into hands. And always at this time of day, it is not your deepest pose ever. It's just a wake-up pose, wake-up movement. Good, release that wherever you were. And slowly bring your body back, press up to hands and knees. Knees go a little wider, sit back to your heels for child's pose. Right, back to downward facing dog. Tuck the toes under, lift in those hips. Good, and then walk the feet forward. In your forward fold, bend the knees, feet together, bend the knees a lot, like chair pose, and take your hands to opposite knees. There's this little opposite knee thing going on. You're going to make crane's beaks, little points of the wrists or fingertips together. We pull straight up. So leading with the wrist, inhale, like you're pulling strings across the body. And then release your hands and float back down. So it's slow at first. Inhale, open up, feel the back of the body squeezing. Exhale down. Inhale, slow, rise up. It's called crane spreads its wings. It looks just like that. Hands down, bend the knees. Let's do it fast. 3 of them. Inhale, sharp, lift. Exhale, slow down. Fast, inhale. Exhale down. One more time. Pull it up. And then hands by your side. Let it go. And now we come down to a seated pose. So however you would like to get there. So we're going to step back, step down into our meditation. Meditation. And We've got to give a little wiggle here, any sort of last minute stretch outs, but you are free to continue moving, or maybe you're going out for a run or something afterwards. So there's no limit to what you could start your day with. So if you've got more time, go ahead. So you're gonna sit comfortably. You could even sit in a chair. Just want to make sure for this 30-minute morning practice that we're upright. And so we've got our head over our hips and our spine nice and tall. So rest your hands wherever's comfortable, on your knees, on your lap. You typically close your eyes, but you could leave them open looking at something out in front of you. And just start to notice your breath in your body, dropping in once again. Nowhere else we need to be right now, except right here. And so much like Shavasana, I'll leave you here for a few minutes in some silence as you focus on turning inward. As your mind starts to wander, bring your awareness back to what you're feeling, the sounds that you're hearing right now. Noticing your breath and being present. It means present in the here and the now. Start to notice when your mind slips away and gently guide it back. Just be a friend to your mind, showing it the way back to this moment, back on the breath, and back on your sensations. Soften just a bit more. All right, taking a deeper breath in. Bring our awareness back to our surroundings. You blink open the eyes. Little movement. Take a big reaching stretch. Reach up, look up, connect those hands. Bring them down to your heart. Keep them there and take one more deep breath. Let it go. Today each day we have little challenges, and today our challenge, my Rise from the Ashes challenge, day 9 is to take a new class. And so today, and it doesn't have to be an in-person class, in fact it can't be. So taking a new class, meaning something, maybe it's a class through Zoom, or maybe it's watching a YouTube video and trying some new skill like cooking or making banana bread or doing an art project. But today is to take a new class. So if you want to give that a try, awesome. If not, maybe save that for another day. But anyway, try a new class today and keep working on feeling energized, being in the present moment, breathing deeply each and every single day. And as we move throughout our day, we'll find ourselves with more patience, more calm, more joy. We can stop for a few moments and just take a few deep breaths. All right. Thank you so much for joining these morning moves and meditation. I hope to see you again tomorrow. Namaste.